So I have the distinct honor of introducing the recipient of our Corporate Citizen Award, as well as our keynote speaker. And I've lost him. I'm sure he's here. Mr. Preston Pinkett. Ah, there you go. In the interest of time, I will not read his bio. It's on page 11. But I must highlight just two of very important accomplishments of his among many. He is the president of the only African-American owned and operated bank in New Jersey. I have to reiterate that, even though Eric said it, because it's so important. And Mr. Pinkett was recently appointed to the Office of the Controller of the Currency's Minority Depository Advisory Committee.
Thank you. It is, I'm the keynote speaker, but I go last, and everything, of course, has been said. You get set up like this. You said I was funny. So listen, I'm gonna tell you, I had a poem, but after Madrid's poem, I can't either. All right, well, look, that's not true. I didn't have a poem. I was going to write the poem, but I was going to do it at 8 a.m. this morning. And you know, you don't do anything at 8 a.m. Right? You got that advice already, right? So don't go to class at 8 a.m. Marquise, you got to go to class at 8 a.m. So, all right, so what I first want to say is this. I go to a lot of these kinds of events. I don't always speak, but I go to a lot of them, and I will tell you right now that I've never been in a room where I felt more love, right? Where there's real, genuine. I sat with scholars. I won't call them young people because to somebody they're old. Oh, that's funny. So I sat with them and I made them talk to me. They didn't really want to talk to me at first, and then they warmed up to the idea of talking to me. And then they started teasing me a little bit. But I will tell you, and they pointed where their parents were, and I asked them where their parents were, and they turned, they pointed to their parents, and they were over here, over there, and the people sitting around them, and you could see them welling up with pride and real respect for the fact that so many people came out to support them. So let me say on behalf of the guy who's here that isn't really part of this, that I'm just happy and blessed that you allowed me to spend time in your presence, because this is a beautiful room to be in. So thank you. I need to thank the Foundation for recognizing City National Bank and the work that we do. Know what I said to Eric and what I said at the lunch, which I think they thought was funny, was we do such a small part, right? All the heavy lifting is done by others. We're there to be supportive, but the real work the trustees do, the executive director does, the parents do, the scholars do. What we're doing is we're just trying to be a little bit of glue in the system. Maybe we can add some money. Maybe we can be there for a financial service when it's needed. Maybe we can provide some advice along the way, and we've got some people who might be able to provide advice and counsel around how things could be done in the city and in the neighborhoods and communities. But the real work of building a community is really done by the people in the organizations and the people who grow out of the organizations. That's the real work. And so to that, I want to say hats off and God bless you. Lucas, I am a trustee of Montclair State University. I will not be at your graduation tomorrow because we have a board meeting, but I would say on behalf of all the trustees, congratulations. I would also say on behalf of City National Bank, we have an IT department too. All right, so you guys have been given all the advice. I mean, I noticed that you weren't taking a lot of notes. There was a lot of good advice given to you. So I'm not going to give you any more advice. I'm going to give the advice to the parents and the trustees and friends in the room. If you listen in, you can hear it, but don't, this is not for you. So look, I will say this to you, and then I will get off the stage, because I only have 2 minutes. I'm not the keynote speaker, but I'm gonna take the time. So look, the only thing that's scarce in the world is time. Right? You don't understand it now because, well, you still have plenty of it. Don't waste it. Spend time with people you love. Spend time doing things that energize you, that enliven you, that make you feel full. Avoid all of that other stuff, whatever it is. Whether it's people or stuff, just avoid it. Stay close to your spiritual underpinning, whatever it is. Whatever it is. And if you don't have something, find something. I mean, everybody can have their own. I'm a firm believer of that, but everybody's got to have something that guides them. Some place they go to find their North Star, their true north, their sense of direction. Have it, keep it close to you. Don't lose track of that. Do work that matters. Wherever you end up doing it, a lot of people here want you to do it in Newark. That would be good. But wherever you end up, do work that matters with people that you care about, right? And I think, find your passion. I think that's what you heard, right? Marquis said he went to Syracuse and knew what he was going to do. And then he found out that wasn't what he was going to do. And then he found the thing he was really passionate about, the thing he'd get up at 8 a.m. for, because the fires happen whenever the fires happen. He can't say, no, right? I bet you he was up for training, right? You didn't get those 3 awards by sleeping in, did you? So once you find that thing you're passionate about, everything else just sort of fades away. And until then, well, it might get tough. And then most importantly, and I gave you this advice when you were getting up and you said, well, I'm a little nervous. Don't forget to breathe. Right? It's all going to be okay as long as you remember to breathe in and breathe out. Most times I say to people who work for me, I say, breathe, and they say, you gotta breathe in to exhale, right? And if you do that, you can calm yourself down, you can relax. You can, you can hear, right? So I was with a friend of mine who, just yesterday in Washington, D.C., who told me about his progress, how he found his way from one job to another. His wife said, well, maybe it's God's calling. And he said, well, okay, so they prayed on it, right? And now, if you pray on things, that's fine. But what I heard him say is, I got centered. I got close to the things that nurture me. And I paid attention to what I was hearing from myself. Now, I went to Quaker school. And the Quakers believe that God is like a candle inside you. And if you just are quiet long enough, you can hear what he has to say. And so that's why they have these Quaker meetings where everybody sits in the room and it's totally silent. Because they don't believe you need somebody to tell you it's there. Now, you don't have to be a Quaker. You don't have to believe that. But know that there is something there. That if you are quiet, if you are still, if you are breathing, right, you will know. Right? It's just that. You will do great things if you want to. If you don't, you do lousy things. Right? The world is not yours. Right? If you want it, you got to go fight and get it. Right? You got to be a troublemaker. But that's a choice, right? So make some trouble, do some things, live your life, don't waste time, find the things you're passionate about, and go out into this world and make something happen. Because God knows we need your help. Okay? Thank you all very much.